when young people are the enemy. Readers and listeners have heard or read about the scandal in Luzerne County, Pennsylvania, when judges exploited and locked up thousands of children for personal gain. In many ways, it has been the toast of the press. But perhaps less covered has been the broader story of New York State's dysfunctional juvenile prison system. According to a recent report by a task force appointed by Governor David Patterson, the state system did almost everything wrong. In facilities described as abysmal, youngsters received little counseling, less education, and plenty of physical abuse. Kids were beaten by staff members who inflicted broken bones and shattered teeth. One child died. The problems were so serious that the state's agency overseeing the facilities has recommended that New York's family court judges cease sending juveniles to the units unless they pose serious public safety threats. In fact, the U.S. Justice Department threatened to seize the system. It was so poorly run. The state system, which costs some $210,000 per youth a year, was as expensive as it was ineffective. Nearly half the children in detention were there for what would be misdemeanors like theft or truancy. Imagine a system that imprisons hundreds of children for not going to school and then, once they're in state custody, failing to educate them. Some 76% of all juveniles came from New York City, and over 80% were Black or Latino. It's hard to imagine a system more exploitative. Perhaps Pennsylvania comes close. But once again, children were thrown into a brutal, destructive system so that upstate counties could boast of several hundred jobs. They weren't sold quite as nakedly as in Luzerne County, yet they were exploited just the same. How a society treats its poorest, least defended children is a measure of its madness. From death row, this is Mumia Abu Jamal. These commentaries are recorded by Noel Hanrahan of Prison Radio.